how do you feel about money?
I like it. I like it. It's to a degree, it's a measure of success in the business. I'm somewhat ego driven, and so I like to be successful. So yeah, I love it. And from a standpoint of the options it gives myself, my family, my business partners and stuff like that. And, I think it's a good measuring stick also of where you are in life and what you're doing.
Okay. How do you feel about other people's money?
Well, in real estate, you got to respect other people's money because it's a business of leverage where you can bring other people's money into the equation, into deals. And it gives you the ability to grow and expand and do more than you could do yourself. So OPM, other people's money is very important, and I respect it tremendously here in this business.
Awesome. Would you say that real estate is one of the best ways that you can invest your money right now? Just an average Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you recommend for the average Joe working a 9-to-5 blue collar, they don't trust the market like you was talking about earlier. And they want to just put some money into something. They want to invest their money into something. What would you recommend for that person to do?
Well, I know I would definitely recommend real estate because real estate is one of those things. It's not only that, but it's also, you can put different amount of time into this business and be okay. You could have a full-time job, be a neurosurgeon, and still own, for instance, rental properties and cash flow and stuff like that. So, again, I'd recommend first that person really figure out what the goals and objectives are, what they're trying to achieve, and then along the way, figure out the strategy to go with it because there's many different strategies based upon the different goals.
Leverage. What is good right now? Renting, like investing to rent or investing to sell?
Well, we're in a cash flow kind of a business. That's, again, people are trying to park their money into something. So as we speak today, the overall industry norm is long-term holds because that's what people are trying to do. They're using real estate as a way to get a return on their investment.
Are you familiar with Napoleon Hill?
The author?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know anything about him or no?
Probably not as much as I just know he's an author. And did he write the Think and Grow Rich?
Yeah, Think and Grow Rich and Outwitting the Devil.
Yep.
But we was asking that, like, what are we're avid readers, a lot of us, as far as, business books, even personal development, self-growth. What are some books that maybe you've come across yourself or you've been recommended by other people that you could share with us?
Well, I love the E-Myth. It's a great book. It's been out for a little while, but the concept of that book is the concept I follow in my business. And it's the concept of working on your business, not in your business. Having the systems, having the procedures, having the continuity, having the right people, having the leverage in there. So as an owner, I don't want to be doing the day-to-day tasks because day-to-day tasks have to be done, but they don't make us money. As an owner, I want to have the vision for this company. I want to bring the right people into this company. I want to make sure the cash flow is being monitored correctly in this company. So the E-Myth, teaches that concept of how you want to work on the business, not necessarily in the business.
Nice. And have you ever heard about, I once went to one of these seminars or one of these trainings, and it was actually funny because I thought I'm a fan of Robert Kiyosaki, the author, and I thought he was going to be there. So I was young and naive, but I went there. Needless to say, he wasn't there. It was a great presentation. But then at the end, they keep you there for like 2 hours, and then at the end, they ask you for like $20,000. Are those things legitimate?
If you want to learn, yeah, I think they're, from a learning perspective, they're good. On realities in today's world of information, you can get a lot of this stuff on the internet and learn. But from a learning perspective, yes. But let's take real estate for instance. For real estate, there's a million miles between knowing something and doing something. So if you want to get into the actual doing something where you're looking for results and you want to start making money, you really got to work with somebody hands-on.
That's really good. You know about Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? What are maybe 1 or 2 wealth tips or money tips that you could share with us that you've learned in your career?
Well, number one, don't go all in too often in life. Entrepreneurs tend to do that. They go all in. They have one piece of success in something, and next thing you know, they're doubling and trying to triple down on something. Always have reserves that you're holding back. It's easy to do, especially in game like investing or real estate, because there's always these shiny objects, all these opportunities floating around. Boy, you can hit a landmine and lose it all like that if you go all in too often.
Mm. So let's try something different. So one of the most respected real estate investors that you said is Donald Trump, who is now our president here in the United States. And let's say he calls you up and he says, you know what, we're going to have this real estate division and we want you, Peter, to lead it out. What would you, your first press conference, your address to the nation about the real estate market, what would you tell us?
Well, here's the market we're in right now. Number one, it is going to slow down somewhat at the retail end. So people that are just selling their personal houses from one consumer to another, it's been going great for a number of years. Now we're going to go into a natural cycle. I don't know exactly when, but it's fairly, it's going to start going down. So it's going to be a little bit tougher to sell personal homes. And people have to account for that. They're going to be a little bit longer time in the market, maybe not getting as much. On the investor side, it works totally opposite of the retail side. So the tougher it gets a little bit the retail side, the better it is for us as investors. So the times are great for us as investors, but they're all only going to get better. So I suggest anyone that's looking to do something, this is the time to get in. This is the time to start investing in the business.